Town live stream. Came out on a Sunday. I figured it would be a little quieter. It ain't quieter. Let's play a game to start the stream. If you're watching after the stream or live, tell me how much you think I paid for a large black coffee and a large ice water. Starbucks, Golden Nugget, downtown Las Vegas. Love to hear your thoughts on that. And we'll get to chatting with you guys here. Hopefully we got some good energy on the stream today and we can talk about the economy, society, whatever you guys might want to discuss. It's great to see you guys again on a Sunday. Doesn't get much nicer than this weather-wise, I'll tell you that. And yeah, dealing with trolls on my chat. Says my videos are great, but my blanky course, like the course isn't blank. The course is great. I got people making 6 figures off of what I taught them. Some people are such haters. I never understood it. So they did a 4 times Americano decaf because I already had caffeine before I came in. So let's get some going in the chat. Watching from Northern Iowa. I've never heard anybody refer to it as Northern Iowa. That's cool. Like you might hear like Northern Ireland, Northern Iowa. Let's see if we can hear myself on this. It is so loud down here. See how it sounds like. Yeah, I think it's all right. It's okay. We got Northern Iowa. Good morning, Stephen. $6? Nope, a little more than $6. They are jealous. Starbucks at Golden Nugget. Yes, how much did you think the large? It's a decaf Americano. Americano. It's the masculine version. Really all I'm doing is I'm renting my space down here so I can talk with you guys and have a place to sit. Because we do a lot of walking on Fremont Street. There you go. Downtown audio sounds good. Rough? Well, here, here. Yeah. Audio sounds rough. Here. Now you can just hear every music. Doesn't sound rough though. Probably can't hear me very well. It's like I can't win. Right? Yeah. Either the audio sounds rough and you can hear me, or the audio sounds great and you can't hear me. Oh, I thought it sounds rough. No, we're going to keep it like this. The whole video. You won't hear a damn thing I say. Nobody comes to see me anyways. You come to see this views, the sights. Perfect now. We'll see if the middle ground is better. Try it this way, see if that's changed. Pay $300 for a microphone. You figure it would do something good for you, but maybe not. I got a scooter because California gas prices, that 56-mile range scooter. Well, yeah, your scooter's maximum range is always going to be for like a 150-pound person. And in theory, you're driving on a completely flat surface. Yeah, if you guys ever go to buy a scooter, by the way, that's a sign of the times. You literally don't want to drive your car because of gas prices. But everything's fine. Everything's so good right now. We're making the economy great again. I love how now the new line is, hey, as soon as this Iran thing is done, the economy is going to the moon. We were doing pretty good up until about, I don't know, February 28th? Things were good. Do you know you can fly to Caracas, Venezuela from Miami round trip right now for less money than to fly to Vegas? What is that all about? That is crazy. There you go. Now you get to see more of the Fremont Street experience, less of that thing over there. So you can fly to Caracas, Venezuela for less money than you can fly round trip from Miami to Las Vegas. That's probably not the way it should be. For the record, one large Americano pour over, and for some reason, She must have liked my style. She gave me a discount. I paid $7.40 for that decaf Americano. And it says override price. She's supposed to charge me, I think, $3 for that cup of water. And then the other is the tip. I always throw in 20% tip. So I paid $9.68 for those two things here. Yeah, gas is temporary. No, it's really, you think so. God bless your little heart. You guys are like, oh, the gas prices will shoot straight down afterwards. Markets price in things like the cost of diesel fuel, the cost of heating oils. It's not about the gas you put in your car. Like, it's not, I have to pay it too, right? So I'm in the same boat as you. I drive a car, I go to the strip, I go to places. Now, in all respect to me and you and everybody else, to heck with the gas you put in your car. That's not what matters. It's the price of diesel fuel that matters. Because those are the things that are required to move your goods around. That's what you need to, like, put stuff on a shipping container from China and bring it across the Pacific Ocean so it can end up in the United States of America. That's what the tanker ships, that's what the cargo ships run on. And then you have the trucks that the goods go on, and then it goes thousands of miles to the retail. That's what the 16-wheelers run on. So, like, with all respect to me and you and everybody who drives a car, to heck with the price of your gas that you put in your car. That's only one little tiny aspect of the entire thing. On top of that, there's helium and there's liquid natural gas. Helium is used in computer components. That comes from the Strait of Hormuz. Okay. And then, so what? You don't get a new iPhone next year. Hoo-hoo, so sad. Yeah, but then all your appliances cost more, your cars cost more. Everything costs more. A coffee pot that you buy at Walmart for $15 goes up in price because it has a small little microprocessor inside of it that needs things that come out of our modern day economic complex that we built that all runs on petroleum-based products. You know, it's just, I want you guys to broaden your thinking a little bit. Not think about, well, it doesn't affect me because I got a scooter, or it doesn't affect me because I stay and work from home. This is going to affect everybody real soon. Just saying. Let's get to your comments. 700 million barrels of oil is gone from the oil inventories. Price will be rough for a while. I agree. You never mentioned Trump even one time. He's presenting facts. I'm talking about black and white things. This channel has pivoted. I don't talk about Biden or Obama or Trump or Kamala Harris. I talk about factual things that are happening in the world, regardless of the cause of those things. I'm not interested to know why Donald Trump did what he did, but I have to live now in the consequences, all right? So it's kind of like, if you know somebody that gets HIV/AIDS, I really hope that you don't know the person that gets HIV/AIDS. I mean, it can be a debilitating disease if you're not a super rich person to get the best meds and live a nice long life like Magic Johnson. So what I'm saying to you is that that person gets HIV/AIDS. You can either talk about that person and say, well, did they deserve it? Were they intravenous drug users? Did they have lots of promiscuous sex? And then you can like go to that person, look at that person. Or you can say, wow, how can they fight this and deal with the reality of it right now? So that's what I'd like to do. I would like to deal with the reality of things right now and not think about anything other than what we all have to deal with collectively, because you and me, we're in the same boat. I don't care if you vote with a D or an I or an R. You gotta vote, you gotta deal with it. It's happening around you, bro. What are you gonna do about it? Do something about it. You know, that's what I'm saying. What's up, Owen Fools? Yeah, this is not a Vegas channel anymore, if you might have noticed. We're more like a Socioeconomics channel where we talk about a little bit of everything. I brought my cats to the strip with me today. Oh, heavens! Stop it! I use a lint roller and it doesn't matter. You can't fight it. But we got the nipple action going on. Sorry, it's so gross. Smoking weed, one of the worst things you can do. That's great. Go ahead and waste all your productivity and smoke weed, which will make you dumber and you won't do anything. Listen, I don't judge you if that's the way you want to roll, but I know people that have quit weed and become some of the most successful people I've ever known, and they will all tell you, I wasted X amount of years of my life getting high every day, never having a care in the world until all of those things crushed me. So be careful with that stuff, okay? It may be completely legal where you're from. I don't care if you do it. You know why? Because nobody ever said, man, did you hear about that 10-car pileup where 15 people lost their lives because some guy was smoking weed? Like, weed is not that thing where you're like, oh yeah, he was smoking weed at the bar and he got really angry because he can't handle his weed and then he hit a guy with a bottle. Weed doesn't do that stuff. Weed puts you like, man, everything's so good right now. I'm gonna order 6 Little Caesars pizzas. So I just think it robs you of your productivity, but I don't judge you for that. If that's the way you want to roll, good for that. And so I think I'm waking up my brain a little bit, which is good. Cardiff, South Glamour, and Wales. Boom, perhaps Stephen could sell us program to help us all make money. I don't know if that's a troll or not, but I had to answer a comment today where a guy said that my videos are great. He just wishes I would stop selling my SHI blank blank Y course. And my answer to him was, that course has made, one of my students made $10,000 in 2 days, real money into his bank account. Another one of my students is making $10,000 a month by clicking buttons on a screen for 15 minutes a day and then enjoying life with a 6-figure income. I've created 6-figure incomes with people, and I want to cry when I say that, because I always lived my whole life wondering what kind of impact I would make, if any, on anybody. And now I've done it twice, if not more times, and it's a really good feeling. Makes you feel like you did a good thing. That's it. How much were the prop firm? How much did I don't know what the prop firm made. They made $10,000. And I know you're in my course, Mark, so I'm not being rude to you. I'll never be rude to any of my students. I think you're in my course. Here's my question. If I told you I will give you $1 million, but that guy gets 3. Question, you type in A or B. A or B. I tell you, I will give you $1 million tomorrow, but that guy who you don't like, you have that person in your life who you just really don't like. You can't put your finger on it. You have conflict with them. It just rubs you the wrong way. I say to you, I'm going to give you $1 million tomorrow, but that guy gets $3 million. Would you A, take the $1 million and STFU, or would you B, turn it down because that guy gets 3? That's what I ask you. Would you A, take the money, say, I get $1 million, I'm happy with $1 million, or would you B, say, no way, that guy's getting 3, I hate that guy? That's the question. Of course. So then, I don't give a flying fig what the prop firm company got, because these guys are making 6-figure incomes doing a thing that they do in their house where it's safe and comfortable at their own leisure for 15 or 20 minutes a day. They're looking at a chart, they're clicking some buttons, and they're walking away and saying, oh wow, gas is $6 a gallon now. I should go click some buttons tomorrow so I can fill my tank up for the next 6 months. There you go. Yeah, I know, Informed Reader. BS, right? Everything I say to you is a complete and utter lie. Whatever. You're not a candidate. Don't buy my course. Don't buy my course if you are like somebody who says it's all BS. Don't do it. Anyways, celebrate others before your achievements. The prop firm puts 99% of the account up. Why do I think Vegas is dying? I think it's the erasure of the middle class. Tomorrow's video is going to talk about a fairly major bankruptcy that happened on the Las Vegas Strip that none of you guys know about. Subscribe now if you want to hear that story on my standard upload tomorrow. Subscribe now. Tomorrow we're going to talk about bankruptcies in Vegas, a major one that happened on the Strip, plus a number of bankruptcies across America that you never heard of. Subscribe now. Big brand name things that you know all about. So subscribe. That'll be tomorrow's video. I think the middle class, you'll see that story tomorrow, is being erased out of existence. I think it's a have or have not world that we live in right now. Spirit Airlines is another video we're doing this week. I know the numbers. I did the math, I did the research. I know how many people came to Vegas on Spirit Airlines. Spirit Airlines is in big trouble. They're done. Vegas is in bigger trouble because of Spirit Airlines. You guys don't even know what's going to hit. That'll be Tuesday's video. So in case you're just joining me, you have no idea what I'm talking about. My name is Stephen J. Campbell. I've been in Vegas for 22, almost 23 years. I've worked literally right there where that Krispy Kreme booth is, where it used to be a timeshare booth. Back from 2007 all the way through 2020 when the COVID pandemic hit. I was one of the freaks. I was one of the paranoid weirdos telling my friends on my phone, guys, look at this. This is leaked from China. There are welding people into their houses in China because of a virus. If this gets here, this is bad. They all made fun of me. They all mocked me. They all called me Alex Jones. That was in November of 2019. 4 months later, everything shut down across the world. I've been reading charts, data, economies, business, history, my entire life. I am the Asperger's kid who used to read the bloody encyclopedia before there was a Wikipedia back in the 90s. I love to do videos like this. I trade futures full time. I don't promise people $10,000 days. That's unrealistic for most people. Only the 0.001% will make $10,000 a day trading. I tell people there are no guarantees in the markets, but I do have an offer. It's a course that I offer up where you see 3 or 4, maybe 5 patterns that happen all the time. It creates an edge that is so good that some of my traders, including myself, trade at 85% efficacy, meaning that if you keep your wins low and you walk away from your winners and you have a trading plan, you're likely going to do well. I started a new account for myself because I bundle up my accounts and I stack my accounts. This was my trade on Friday. I made 2 trades. You can see my average time in a trade was 6 seconds. I went in, I clicked some buttons. There's $800 out of my Tradeovate account right there. You can see my trades were at 6:30 in the morning, but you can trade anytime you want to trade. That was my largest and my average, $800. Took me 2 minutes. That's what I teach people how to do. And I teach people history, and I teach people what's important to me is that you guys don't do what I did. Anybody who's a Simpsons fan remembers don't do what Donnie Don't does. I was Donnie Don't for a long time. I was like those monkeys you see. By the way, you're going to claim racism? Like, I'm going to lose my mind. They have see no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil. It's an old statue from a century ago. And that was me. I pretended like nothing mattered. I lived in the moment for the day, and I had to restart my entire life at age 42 with trading. It's been 3 years. I'm finally at a place where now I can take my oxygen mask off and help you put yours on. And that's my goal in life. Help as many people as I can. Created a course called 1K a day. It's worth $2,000 retail. I sell it for $199 right now because so many people want to get that edge. If you guys are interested, you want to learn more, go to the site. You'll see how the 2000 is scratched out. It's $199. Use the code 53 at checkout. That's it. Do your thing. All right, let's take a look at your comments. Early COVID was a weird time before March. As a native, I'm tired of people from liberal cities and states. I'm happy they're here. They bring a lot of business and a lot of money. Californians have more money than most people in America do, for the most part, if they are traveling and they can come here. But you gotta realize, yeah, I mean, if you're leaving a place, don't bring that thing with you. It's like if I lived in a house that was infected with bugs, I wouldn't bring like a bunch of suitcases with bugs in them to my new place. I would start afresh, but that's just, you know. Anyways. Yeah, we're gonna melt up on the markets right now. The S&P 500 is at 7,200. That's crazy. Lane the Wired says, I'm doom and gloom, I should go to Canada. Go to Canada, you say, right? Where the unemployment rate's like 8%. People can't afford houses in Canada right now. Youth unemployment is through the roof. Disenfranchisement of the youth vote is off the charts. Canada importing millions and millions of people from across the globe that come in and take the jobs for the young people, in a country that's not living in the 21st century right now in terms of their economy. Canada's trying to increase the rate of real estate. Here's how you can grow an economy. You can do it in two ways, right? You can grow it with new businesses. Right now, the businesses are data centers, technology, science, biotech. This is the new way of the world's economy. If you're like China, if you're United States of America, like you're growing your economy based on large-scale companies that can scale up and grow infrastructure. Or you can say to everybody that your house is now worth more money, so now our GDP appears to be bigger than it was. So for example, if you take the millions of people in Canada that own a home and you double the price of their real estate investment, then now the GDP can go up, right? The problem with that is that in Canada, they don't do 30-year mortgages the same way we do 30-year mortgages here. In Canada, what they do is every, 6 or 7 years, I think it is, you go back to your bank and they decide if they want to redo your mortgage. And if the new terms aren't as good for you as the old terms, your mortgage goes up. And if you can't afford the mortgage going up, all of that super rapid increase in real estate, it stops. Now, that system of re-examining mortgages years ago was good for Canada back in 2009, 2010. Canada came out of the global financial crisis looking great with AAA credit ratings across the board. Not so much now, where the Canadian economy is churning and manufacturing is leaving to come stateside. People are losing their jobs. You work for General Motors in Southern Ontario and you've been put on notice that in 6 months you're not getting a new contract because GM is moving production to Alabama. And then your house comes up and they're like, hey, we got to renegotiate. The interest rates went up and you're not in the same situation. So now your mortgage is $2,200. Now it's going to be $3,200. What do? You can't afford your house. You put your house on the market. You know, if people put their house on the market, suddenly home market prices come down. Home market prices come down. Average GDP in your country goes down. Canada's built on minerals and real estate. It works sometimes. It doesn't work other times. I can't believe I just went on a 5-minute rant about the Canadian economy. What the hell? Who am I? Hi, Alvin. People don't pay attention to detail, the cause of real personal failure. You need to have extreme accountability. And like Alex Hormuzzi says, it is incredibly easy to outwork everybody else. You just have to work a little bit harder than everybody else. And you can be in the top 10% of your field. But it takes dedication and commitment. I haven't taken a day off of anything in 3 months, except for yesterday, and yesterday wasn't even a day off. I was doing other projects related to my channel. And now I make 2 videos a day, one for another channel that y'all ain't gonna ever see. Students in the course get to know my channel. 1K a day, students know my channel, but you don't get to know it. I make 2 videos a day now, every day. Yeah, housing in America is hard right now. Yeah, well, I got some people that like success. has a 5-year mortgage in Canada. Well, there you go. How'd you do? All right, we got to walk around. It's been 25 minutes sitting here. I was just watching the homeless people walk by. Yeah. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. But we're going to get going here and show you guys what we can show you. It's really loud here, and I'm going to lose my voice on Fremont like I always do. And you guys wonder why I don't do a lot of Fremont streams. It's because I talk the entire time, and I lose my voice. I got to get back into the gym. It's been 27 days on carnivore. I got no reason not to go back to the gym now. I feel like a skinny bitch right now. Ultra wide. Here we go. Throw our trash out. Please make the room better than when you came into it. Throw your trash away. Don't leave it on the ground. You know, well, somebody gets paid. And if you see somebody who just left trash out, you could always clean that up too. It wouldn't hurt. Make it better than when you came in. Live your life that way. Have respect for yourself and others, and you will love your life even more. Make your bed up in the morning too. Let's go somewhere where it's not so loud. Go walk off the beaten path a little bit. Buy my book. Yes, buy my course. Buy my course. Do it now. I don't know when the price goes up next. I'm doing it for $199 because I think people can afford it at that price. It'll be $249 maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe Tuesday. I'm going to be like crazy like that. You'll never know. I can't tell you when I'm raising the price or else y'all will procrastinate and never go roll. And then it'll be too late for you. Yeah, you're right. You're damn right. So I'm going to push the hell out of I'm going to pimp my course. Type in the coupon code. Every stream, there's somebody who doesn't pay attention to the coupon code, 54 in this case. And then they go, it's $2,000? Get the heck out of here. And I'm like, dude, apply the coupon if you've never shopped online before. God bless your little hearts. Circa's giving away a big old Dodge Ram. I like how they do this because this used to be a big thing in America, or in Vegas, where they would give away cars and stuff. You don't get any free stuff when you buy my course. What are you talking about, bro? Do you think timeshare is struggling in the US right now? Oh, I have no idea about that industry. I'm not really sure. I used to work it. You'd think I would want to pay attention to it, but that's a closed chapter. See, you can't, like your book is made out of steel plate, titanium pages. It's made out of dark matter, the book of your life. They say dark matter is indestructible. The book of your life is made out of indestructible steel plates. And you can't take the pages out, but you can write new ones, you know? So write a new chapter in your life is what I'm telling you to do right now. Show us where McDonald's used to be. Sure. It's nothing to see, but we'll get down there. I just want to get off the noisy path for a minute because it's very noisy. It's just very loud, and sometimes I like to not have to scream at you. The back end opinions in the Californian. Steven, are you crypto millionaire? No, I don't believe in crypto like some of you guys do. If you do, I respect you. I don't agree with you. What's Bitcoin now? 78? Bitcoin's dying at 60K. I wish I had bought a whole bunch at 60K. Because now it's like 78. I don't tell you guys what to buy or invest in. I'm not an investor. That's not how it works. Steven, why do you think Lake Las Vegas never took off? What, are you kidding me? Dude, Lake Las Vegas is amazing. I was down there about a month ago. They're building islands. They're literally building islands in Lake Las Vegas to make more land so they can build more $5 and $10 million homes in Lake Las Vegas. Yeah, it's like really nice down there. I would live there, except that that's a little too far away from everything. Believe it or not, I want to be in the central part of the valley. However, you can't really do that. When we do buy a house, it has to be guard gated and all these things. And you can't do that in the central part of the valley, so we're going to end up living on the outskirts. But Lake Las Vegas is a little far away from everything. I just don't like driving as much in this town. It's just people are insane. I got cut off 3 times on Interstate 11 coming here today. It was no fun. No bueno. So I like to avoid driving. Papa Leo just declared. Okay, sorry. Student unsure of spending $2K on a prop firm. You're not going to spend $2K on a prop firm. That's not what a prop firm costs. You should probably, if you're in the course, thanks for being in the course, thanks for being a student. Hey, can I get some student reviews? Might help us get a new student during this course. Student reviews, please, if you're in the chats. Prop firm in the course is $103. You have a $2,000 loss limit, but you don't pay $2,000 for a prop course, my friend. I would never set you guys up for that. That'd be irresponsible. North Las Vegas has some very nice parts of town in it, though. But then there's some areas where you don't want to go because everybody's wearing blue or red, which means they're gang affiliated. And you don't want that. We're going to walk around the outskirts because it's so loud. Show you guys off the beaten path a little bit, downtown the main drag. There's nothing to see today because it's relatively empty. We have the downtown Grand over here, which is in receivership right now, which means the bank is completely controlling all of the moves that they make. Great course. Algo box. Oh, that sounds fancy. No, I'm not. I'm old-fashioned. I like to do things on my own. $3.01. What's that? What's $3.01? Do they still have Tony Roma's? Yes. It's still down. I can't remember what it is. Is it California or something? Yeah, it's still down there. Not out of California. Yeah, no. Yes, no. Which one is it? It's at the Fremont. I think it is. Binion's. Is that at Binion's? Or is that Hugo Cellar? There's so many guys, again. If I don't know, then I know. Just type in, if I don't know, I don't know. Just type in Tony Roma's Vegas downtown. It'll tell you where it is. Hey, Steven, I'll be there in June. What's an up-and-coming area that I can check out? Stay at the Red Rock Resort in Summerlin. It's nice. You got downtown Summerlin next to you for shopping. You got Red Rock, a little drive away, rent a car, do your thing. Sounds like a nice plan for you. Sounds good. Steven, should the government break up the large casino? No. Government shouldn't get their prying little hands in anything. Government doesn't make things better. Okay, look at Spirit Airlines, right? They were like, hey, we're going to block this merger with JetBlue. Now Spirit Airlines doesn't exist. So now we have a whole bunch of people that need budget operators that can't afford to fly. We have one budget operator that doesn't have to be competitive anymore, right? Frontier doesn't need to be as competitive. They can now raise their rates because they don't have to compete with Spirit anymore. And that all stemmed from the government getting their greasy little paws into things years ago, saying that JetBlue shouldn't merge with Spirit Airlines. And then you have on the other extreme, you got this government. It's like we're gonna bail out Spirit. Why? Don't bail out Spirit. Spirit can't compete because the market sucks. No reason to. They're bad. They're a bad company. Bad companies get managed out by economics. You know. Bad companies go away because of economics. Because that's how it works. If they were good and the market liked them, people would use them. Spirit Airlines wasn't a good airline. They had tiny little seats, excessive amounts of fees. They attracted a kind of crowd that fought with everybody else. And nobody wanted to take them, so they lost money. You see what I mean? So I'm not for like the government stepping in and rescuing stuff. Now there's a rumor that Delta or United or one of them is going to ask for $2.6 billion to bail them out. Why? Because they smell blood in the water. Oh, well, if the president's willing to bail out Spirit, maybe he'll be willing to bail out us. Oh, great. More taxpayer money going to things that it shouldn't go to. How about you take the $2.6 billion and you put it into re-education for people so they can get better jobs? You know what I mean? I'm curious, is the Bay Salt... No, Salt Bay is gone. He's been gone for a year and a half, 2 years maybe. Salt Bay was down at the Park MGM. It was that guy who would do stupid things for social media. He would sprinkle gold flakes on his steaks and charge you $10,000 for them. And they're like, well, this is a lock for Vegas. No, it wasn't. Bad spot. No foot traffic unless there's a hockey game or a concert. We're not there yet. No? Vegas attracts a high dollar crowd, but not always that kind of stuff. Anyway.
that's the Mob Museum. That's our first city hall in Vegas, but then it became the Mob Museum because there was a second city hall that was opened right there. First city hall, now the Mob Museum. Legitimate museum, like not a tacky Vegas thing. This will tell you the history of. It's technically not called the Mob Museum. It's called the National Museum of Organized Crime and Law Enforcement. Second city hall is here. Third city hall is that away on Main Street. Oh yeah, also this became the Zappos head office, and then Amazon bought them, so now this is an Amazon building. Room rates coming down. No, room rates are going up right now. The average room rate's $216 on the Strip. I think about $190 downtown. Something like that. The downtown one I might have just pulled out of my ass. But yeah, I know the Strip is about $216 right now. The casino properties are upping the price on rooms right now. They have been for the last 3 months. Year over year. What about the hundreds of billions going to foreign countries the U.S. government gives to tyrannical? Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit beyond my scope. It's a little bit beyond what I know about. What's the building next to me? This is the Downtown Grand. This is owned by the Downtown Grand. Second tower. This is owned by the Downtown Grand too. Never once seen this pawn shop open, although it claims to be a pawn shop. We'll go in the Downtown Grand. They might kick us out. Like, that's fine. You guys will be out of business in 6 months anyways if you don't find a buyer. I like this place though. They have good cheap stuff down here. This is a good bargain value place. Apparently you get a room for $90 down here. So this is a good little place for values. You're addicted to my lives. Okay. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We talk about the economy, society. We use Vegas as a case study. If you subscribe, it'll show up on the screen, I think. It should show up right there. Click the link, go watch my little video, get 1K a day, make your life better. That's how we support the channel. Please don't super chat me. I don't want super chats. Don't super chat me. I'm glad I caught it before anybody super chatted. I don't want your super chats. I don't need them. You guys shouldn't feel obligated to pay me money. I'd rather have a better relationship with you where you sign up for my course, you become my student, I teach you a skill, you email me later telling me about how you're, like some of my students, making 10K plus a month. I would love to hear that story from you. It's a possibility. You can do it. You can do it. They got like the cheap beer and hot dogs down here. That's why you come down here. So, lots of promotions, stuff like that. I can't turn off super chats without turning off monetization entirely. YouTube is funny like that. How much is gas? As low as $4.70 and as high as $5.95. Just like anywhere else, the prices go up and down depending on where you are. Do all the way. Gosh, it's already warm. 82 degrees. The sun makes it feel hotter than it is. You got a homeless convention going on over here. Let's avoid these guys. All right. How are we doing? Is my mic on? Yeah, it is on. Good. State of your program is awesome. While I'm not making 1K a day, I'm making enough to pay my mortgage. Look at that. Somebody making enough to pay their mortgage with my course. What's up, bro? This? Just Best Buy. These will sell for anywhere from $99 up. Yep. You too, sir. Dutch boy, if you say that again, you're going to be silenced. And I won't even tell you when it happens. Hi, Steven. I'm a student in your course just started, but I have not seen where your email is. There's one of the first things says how to contact me. It's right in my course. Course is long. It's a long course. I'll show you which lesson it is. I won't show you the email address because then everybody will have it. It's for students only. Let's see here. Admin. Let me pull that up for you real quick, okay? Get me all the way. Ba-da-da. Hold on. Nobody off the streams. No new students, but that's okay. So let's go to my thing right here. I'll show you where it is. Because you're my student, I want to be answering to you. Preview. So this is how the entire course looks. It's pretty long. You can see this is what you get for 199 bucks. Look at all those videos. Look at all these videos, lots. And then there's one towards the very top. Yeah, all that content. It's crazy. You own it for life. It says how to reach out to me. See? 2-minute and 36-second video. And then this one talks about how I got scammed into becoming a trader years ago. Anyways, you can find it there. That's what's in there. Steven, what was the best years to be in Vegas? I liked the the 2008 to 2018 era. I'd say that was probably the best time for me. What was your best time in Vegas, guys? Let me know in the chats. What was your best era in Vegas? Where do we sign up for the course? Also, I don't know much. You don't need to know anything about stocks. I don't trade stocks in the course. We trade futures, and I explain what that is. Thank you so much for the question, Jorge. If you want to sign up, here's what you do. See the comment I just posted. Click the link on the comment I just posted. And then you can get more info here. This is my page for it. And then if you go here, just click in here and then type in the code. The regular retail price is $2,000, but type in 54. Can't wait till the code is 67 and I'm so behind the curve. Type in the code, no, 54, 53. Put the right code in, Campbell. Put in the code 53 and it becomes $199. That's the only price you'll ever pay. It's a one-time thing. You don't have to pay more for the course ever again. 1980 to 1995. Stephen, quick question on your course. How many hours? I think I added it. It's dozens and dozens of hours, but it's all split. Some of the videos are 2 minutes. Some of them are 5. Some of them are 10. When you go through everything, eventually you get to where I show you my trades. And it all comes together. Those are like 20 minutes long. But it's like dozens of hours. And I add to it pretty much every week. And we do student stuff. I got to do a student stream this week with you guys. Now this week I'll be sending out a student stream. So we'll have a live stream where it's just people that are in the class that can access it. No, the course can be done by anybody as long as you're in like a G20 country, pretty much. Anybody can trade the US markets. The only countries that can't trade them are like North Korea, Iran, Botswana, Ghana, Laos, Nigeria. Like, you're probably not in those countries. So if you're in a country where it's relatively chill and you're considered the developed world, you're fine. You can trade the markets. Anybody can do it. It's open to pretty much everybody globally, except for extreme outliers where people live on $2 a day. And my wife's from the Philippines, so I'm not criticizing developing countries. I'm just using that as an example of who can't participate in the U.S. markets. It's a great deal Steve's offering, better than putting it in a slot machine and losing it. You know, it's funny because I get these. I follow people on Instagram, and I see a post, you know, and it's like Buffalo Machine $1,500 jackpot, and I'm like, wait a minute, let me get this straight. I'm called a scammer, but they're constantly winning on Vegas slot machines and making money off of you by you watching and donating to them. But we all know that the slot machines don't pay out like they get paid, right? Like, I know we like to do things in movie theaters, right? You understand that there was never an amusement park where they genetically cloned dinosaurs. We call that suspension of disbelief. We pause our disbelief and we say, I know this can't happen, but it's fun to watch. Yet you will watch a Vegas streamer 20 videos in a row where he wins all of his money on his slots, hit jackpots, 20 jackpot videos in a row. But then you call me. Then you come down on me, you dump on me. I love you so much if you do that. I want you to do some soul searching. You're about 40% through the course. A lot of updated information. I just booked a trip to Jurassic Park. I know, right, John? This guy behind me is really talented, but when I try to show him, he stops playing in the middle of his song. He has a lack mindset. He has a lack mindset. He doesn't think, wow, if this guy shows me, maybe I'll get discovered. Probably not, but he could. Instead, he thinks, F you, don't show me for free on your camera, pay me money. Now, I used to be like that. I absolutely used to be like that. I used to be living in so much lack right here on this channel where you guys had no idea that my rent was due on the 1st, like everybody else's. And it would take me till the 4th at 5 p.m. to figure out a way to put my rent together. One more day, 8 more hours, and I would have been getting a notice on the door from the county to pay my rent or leave in 7 days. So I know how some of you guys feel in your heads. I know how tough it can be. I really do. I want to get rich in Vegas, own a casino. Yes, that's what Steve Wynn said. In Vegas last weekend, just for the UFC fights, went to Fremont Street. Yes, Fremont always looks crazy packed because it's 300 feet wide and 1 mile long. Vegas.l is a real deal. He may be winning, but also tells you about the losses. That's good. He should. Yeah. We're going to go down off the beaten path here and check out East Fremont. Greetings, Stephen, and everybody. Great stream from the FSE. What's up, Commander? How you doing, brother man? So I just found out that a Vegas company was sold for $2 billion today. A company called Nothing Bundt Cakes. They make bundt cakes. They were one of my clients, actually, when I sold advertising here in town. And they brought the chain from one location in Vegas, started by 2 women. Then they sold territory. One was like Summerlin, one was Henderson. And then they gave it to their kids to run it. And now you had two families running it that were the kids. And then they grew it to 800 locations. And then they sold it to private equity for $2 billion. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Private equity firm, I don't know which one. He's playing Hotel California on a cello. It's a cello, right? That's rad. I never heard that. That's very creative and I appreciate it. I appreciate you telling the truth what's going on in Vegas. You never sugarcoat things, and that's appreciated even from me, who's been here over 60 times over the last 20 years. Right. Yeah, you don't need a powerful laptop to do the course. You just need a computer, period. You could even do it on an iPad or a Samsung tablet with a full-blown web browser. Or you can use, you can watch the videos on a laptop. It's a little easier than if you use a phone, but you can use a phone to watch the videos too. Thank you for buying the course. Slot Machine channels are boring, I agree, but if you have a good personality and some banter, it's great to watch or listen to as a podcast. That's how I try to approach these videos. I had to find that passage back to the place I was before. Vegas needs to do some soul searching. Nothing Bundt Cake. Saw it in Indiana. I don't eat baked goods, but I thought it was a cute name. Yeah, we knew them when they were a scrappy startup here in Vegas. Now they're worth $2 billion. What a success story. You gotta love that, man. Because you never really hear about something coming from Vegas. Wow. I can't stand this food, but look at that. That's a big glass window. Good for them. Did I mention it's been like months since I've been down here? Hey Stephen, without getting too much away, because I totally understand you would need to buy the course, can you share a little bit about high level about futures trading? Yeah, sure. Imagine it's thousands of years ago. Do you guys want to hear what the futures markets are? Probably no. But imagine it was thousands of years ago, right? Thousands of years ago, your name is Mykonos, and you live in Greece, and you need to buy wheat. And, the oracle or whatever the hell they had, they didn't forecast the weather, but they said it's going to be a really bad crop season. So you go to the guy who sells this, sells wheat, and you're thinking the price is going to go up in the future, but you don't know where it's going to go to. And you're like, hey, I need to buy wheat, but I don't need it right now. I need it 3 months from now after the winter is over, after the growing season's over. Can you set a price? I think it's going to be this much. And he sets a price and he sells it to you for that price. Now, later on, the price might be sky high, but he's agreed to sell it to you for a certain price in the future, but you're getting that locked in right now. So the futures markets are kind of like that. We take a look at 100 companies in the NASDAQ, the biggest ones. We bundle them all up,
They give you an average index, and then the market predicts the price in the future. That's why it's called a futures market. They do it for the S&P 500, they do it for gold, they do it for oil, they do it for lots of things that people trade. But the entry point for trading the futures market is so low compared to stocks and bonds and options. Well, options, no. Options can be even lower. I lied to you just now. My bad, I misspoke. That anybody can access the futures markets. But if you wanted to trade 100 shares of a stock that's $200, you either need $200,000 or you need maximum amount of leverage, which can ruin your life. With futures, you can use a different thing called prop firms, blah, blah, blah. But that's the basic explanation of what futures are. You make money when futures go up, you make money when futures go down. You can do it either way. You can short them and make money when it goes down. So, if Donald Trump or some politician from Iran says something insane, the price goes down, you click a button, you short it, you make a profit. If Donald Trump comes out and declares a ceasefire and it's legit tomorrow, or the Iran guy does, price goes up, you click a button, you make some money. That's how the futures work. So it's actually really cool and totally accessible, and people can make money on it, and it's really good. You know, it's the easiest way to access for most people. You super chat. Thank you, Willie, for super chatting out of respect. I appreciate you. Look, people, if you want to improve your life, the lifestyle needs diversity of income streams, not one job. Stephen starts you on a simple level. You must study and learn. Alvin is right. You guys don't know stuff about Alvin. I know stuff about Alvin. He's got a good head on his shoulders. That's all I will tell you. And we got all the way down to the Mantis. Cool. That restaurant in Istanbul, Mediterranean, is outstanding food and good quality. Well, I heard that Istanbul was once Constantinople. But even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why'd they change it? I can't say. I guess they liked it better that way. I'm such a damn nerd. I am such a nerd who absorbs lyrics of songs, and it makes zero sense whatsoever. The United States can't pay off its debt. There's no paying off the debt, bro. They just print more money. There's so much unlimited money in the world. You just need to know how to get your hands on it. Whenever the government runs out of money, they just make more. Why do you think some people have hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, but you don't? It's just because they know how to access it. That's all there is to it. No, you shouldn't watch all the videos before you start trading. You should start trading right when we get to how to set up your paper trading account. You should start paper trading right away. You got to make a lot of trades to get the flow of things and get the motion of the ocean. Wait. This place is just like... I don't like the term utter failure. I can't imagine it costs a lot of money to rent a spot down here. But I don't understand it either. Gosh, it's warm. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm J Bravo 1.0. No, he's J Bravo 1.0. I'm Junior Bravo. Here, hold on. I'm gonna take a picture of that and send it to him, just so you know. I'm gonna take. So if you join your course, how much is it needed to start trading? If you decide you're going to trade the markets with my strategies, because I only offer you strategies, you're looking at a prop firm. It'll cost you, I'm going to take a screenshot of my chats. It'll cost you $100 if you use a prop firm I recommend. Some people trade with cash. I wouldn't recommend that. But you're not going to spend that right away if you ever do. Some people never trade it. They just learn the info. Is Container Park more tourist or more local? I would say it's more... I don't say it's a healthy mix of the two. There's a lot of people around here that live in very expensive condos and stuff that come down here for, to chill out and relax. I drink, a gallon of water. I drink about 2 gallons of water every day. I've had a sufficient amount of water for my day. I did a meditation until, for some reason, my Do Not Disturb modes failed. And then it blasted me out of it at 48 minutes. That hurt my brain. What indicators do I use? Moving averages. I can't tell you more than that. moving averages, stock standard stuff built into TradingView. It's part of the strategy, and I'm not going to be like, well, here's what you do, and then you don't have to buy anything. I used to do that, and it confuses people. We got nothing going on down here except for some baseball and soccer games on the TV. Why did I say it like that? Whew. Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim is. You can use Thinkorswim if you want. If you already have an account, you got to. Oops. You got to apply. Oh, what am I doing? With Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, you got to apply for a futures account. Just fill out a form, and then some people want to trade a cash account. They could. They trade micros. Unless they're rich, then they can trade bigger. I recommend you trade micros, even if you're not trading a cash account. Micros are less risk. Watching television makes you intelligent. Oh, does it? My food constantly gets messed with here. Seems like they're manipulating the oil prices. I believe so. I mean, every single time there's a giant thing that happens in the oil market, somebody puts in a big order for oil. There's a great chance that that's happening. I'm not going to tell you it's not happening. I don't know who's doing it. No idea. Oh, boy. Don't come here? I think it's worth checking this place out, though. I mean, it's just chill. It's nice. But, maybe don't eat here is what you're saying, more or less. Oh, man, great to see the walking tripod. Yeah, I'm a walking tripod, buddy. Do you think oil prices will drop by the end of the year from what you've seen on the market? They'll only drop if we have a legitimate ceasefire and everybody leaves the Strait of Hormuz and we don't have people pointing weapons of mass destruction at each other. I know I probably use that term wrong, but I think that something that can take out an entire ship of 500 people is a weapon of mass destruction. So those prices will drop relatively quickly too. They've already done it once. Like, we thought we had a legitimate ceasefire and they went from $100 nearly to $80 in just about 2 hours. Oil industry wants oil prices at $80. Donald Trump wants oil prices at $65. But there's a point where oil costs more money to get out of the ground and process than the oil companies like. So oil wants it at $80. Right now, though, last week, price of Brent crude went up as high as close to $140, I think. If not $125, those two numbers are in my head. And the futures markets have oil at $105 to $107 on any given day. It's basically stuck there until somebody says something or does something. But the real problem is this. Oil takes 45 to 60 days to transport through, in and out of the Middle East to get to its destination. So the real problem is that right now it's been 60 days, okay? So the manufacturing side of things is only now seeing the consequences of those prices. Do you understand what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? If the oil takes 45 to 60 days to leave the Middle East and go to China, China doesn't feel that lack of oil until 60 days later, because that's how long it takes a tanker to leave and get to China with the oil. You follow me now? So we don't start seeing changes right away. You see changes at the pump right away because the market takes a hit and everything goes up. But the big changes that are coming down the line for you right now that are going to change your way of life are going to be, once again, the prices of diesel that affect the prices of manufacturing and shipping goods to market, which will add. Amazon already added 3.5% for non-shipped by Amazon items. Okay, so if you buy an item on Amazon, you have two choices. Sold and shipped by Amazon. There's three choices. Sold and shipped by Amazon, sold by somebody else, shipped by Amazon, sold and shipped by a third-party seller. So on a lot of items on Amazon, right off the bat went up $3.50 for every $100 item is worth. Now you might say that's not a lot, but it is a lot. It adds up cumulatively over time. That's only one such thing. One of the biggest negatives for day traders, especially new people, is trading too much. You're absolutely right, Alvin. Yeah, they overtrade. They don't walk away when they're winning. They stay on when they're losing. They try very hard to win back their losses. They try to overextend themselves. I teach people to have a trading plan based on their account size. How many days would you theoretically want to lose in a row versus how many trades do you want to take in a single day that lose theoretically in a row?
But flipping a coin, you wouldn't flip a coin 50 times and get heads every time, so you're probably going to win some trades. So it takes a long time to get there as long as you stay within your trading plan. But if you don't have a trading plan, failing to plan is planning to fail. You see what I mean? These are all psychology things that I put in there too. All right, let's look at your comments. My book is what leftists know. I already wrote that book, Mark. Somebody wrote that. It was a funny joke, I guess. Top Hat Hamster had his comment hidden by YouTube. It says they feminized Las Vegas. There's still a lot of dude stuff to do in Vegas. There's like, you can go into the desert and dig with giant machines. You can drive race cars. You can go to strip clubs. There's a lot of guy stuff. Russia's getting rich with oil sales again. I mean, we need oil. I don't know. I heard Pink Box Donuts grosses $2 million a week at the plaza. Do you know anything about that? Probably. China is still getting oil shipments from Iran. Yep, they're allowed to because we can't shut down the entire Chinese economy, apparently. Oil prices won't survive summer driving season. No, I don't think summer driving season will survive oil prices. It's called demand destruction. Some things, everything has a price. Everything has a price. Futures and index funds are like dogs and cats. Both can be a problem if you don't do your homework. So demand destruction is this. See, this bottle of water is worth $2.29. Used to be worth $1.99. Now it's worth $2.29. If this bottle went to $3, it might still sell for $3. If this bottle went to $3.49, it probably maybe doesn't sell at $3.49. So the demand for this bottle at $3.49 goes down, right? The demand for this gets destroyed at $3.49. You follow me so far? This happens with every item on an open market. We're in a supply-side economic market. So demand for this falls at $3.49. The demand is now destroyed. Oil is the same way. Nothing is exempt from what I just explained to you. So it'll get to a point where people will start to make different choices, whether they carpool, take an Uber, take a Lyft, take a bus, or walk, or buy an electric scooter, like we had somebody say in the first part of this video. When that happens, technically, in theory, there's less demand for oil and the price should stabilize at whatever price, or the price will go down. So prices go up until they can't go up anymore. Then destruction goes down and prices follow them. That's called supply and demand. It's how the economy works. It's important, vital to comprehend that it's not just trades that make you money, it's the study and research you do. That's right. Cartman is opening a casino in Vegas called the South Park Experience. I love it. You can't come. Cartman's opening up a casino in Vegas and you're not invited. I have a Charles Schwab account. Can I use that for trading? Yes, of course. Yes, you absolutely can, MX. You can. You just need to fill out a form with Charles Schwab and get approved for futures trading because you're on a big broker. It's common. Go do the course. Get it then. Sounds like you're a candidate. You already know what you're doing. You already know how to look at charts. Go get an education. Go learn my method. Paper trade and practice, practice, practice. John is correct. Let's see what we got for your comments here. EVs are the number one enemy of the American dream. I don't know about that. EVs will get to a point. Are futures more risky compared to holding index? No. No, you know why? Rusty Shackelford. First of all, let's give Rusty Shackelford mad props for his name. I hope he's still in the chat right now because he's got one of the best names ever. That's an old King of the Hill reference to Dale Gribble. Secondly, no. If anything, actually, futures trading is, if you are disciplined, it's one of the only trade you can get out of a futures trade right away. I gotta watch my words because nothing is ever without risk. But you can get out of a futures trade in 3 seconds flat if you click the button. So futures trading it can be hold as long as you want or get out whenever you want. So futures trading is very different than everything else. Where are you going to bury the lithium batteries? Yeah, I mean, lithium is a problem. Yeah, lithium is destructive to the environment. South Park Experience by Cartman coming to Vegas. He's an evil genius. Yep. Okay, Steven, I have a late evening. Thank you so much, Alvin. Talk to you later, brother. Long over the weekend is, in my opinion, dangerous. I'm not an investor. I don't give investment advice. But over the weekend, if anything happens on the weekend, somebody says the wrong thing, everybody puts in orders against you. So you're long and everybody starts shorting the market. And then the market opens and we have a giant gap down and it destroys your account. So be careful. How do you usually stay in a trade? Oh, I don't. I trade. I get in and out. Like, here's my trades on Friday. This is account. I'll show you this is my Friday trades. You want to see them? You want to see how long my hold time on a trade was? It was dumb. This was on the NQ. So here's my trades on a Friday. I'll just show you this right now. Friday trades. 6 seconds. Longest trade, 8 seconds. $800. 100% win ratio. I didn't. Yeah. So we did $800, but it took us 3 trades, I guess, because I added on to a trade 3. So 8 seconds, 6 seconds. I don't want to be trading all day. I trade once and I walk away. Is that trade with take profit? Yeah, I use prop firms. Yep, I believe in prop firms. They're a great way to protect capital. I'm just getting off my feet here. We're going to walk a little more and see Fremont one more time, of course. Is that a trade in 8 seconds with the take? Well, that was my round trip. Click button in, click button out. Open trade, close trade. Swing the futures is not hard when you learn patterns. I agree. If you can trade accurately and not be emotional and stick to a trading plan, you can have a very different experience trading. If you put money in because some guy at work gives you a hot tip, you're gonna lose your money. Dutch Brothers, good for them. Suitcases of bugs, I love it, man. Mark, you don't owe me any royalties for that either. Take profit trader. You said mocker. I thought maybe you didn't like the company for a minute. I think you were just having a typo. Take profit trader. Ditch Brothers 30. Wow, that's good, man. Coffee places, huh? Yep. People can still afford the simple things in life. I was at a Wendy's yesterday, and the people in front of me, 2 people ordered fast food. It was $41 and change. And I'm like, $41 for 2 people to eat at a Wendy's. Where are we all? What is wrong here? What is broken? Do you guys have you guys seen your fast food bills go up? Used to be you go to In-N-Out Burger because it's my wife's go-to, and we would get fast food and be like, where do you want to go? And now I drive out to In-N-Out, get her In-N-Out, go to Wendy's. Well, I go to Wendy's first. My food can get cold. I'd go to In-N-Out, get hers second, so hers is hot. Go to In-N-Out Burger, 2020, 2021, $9.85. You get a number 1. It's a double with onion and a shake. You can get a shake. Yeah. Fries lightly well done. In-N-Out fries are good when they're lightly well done. Anyways, it used to be like $9.85. Then it was $10.15. Flash forward 6 years, In-N-Out is now $15 for the same thing that used to cost $10. I don't know math. You tell me the percentage of increase on that, my friends. Harder and harder to find fast food deals. You got to get their app, and then you're like, it gives you points. We're going to gamify your coronary artery disease. And then they're like, ooh, you're going to get in, and we're going to give you extra free food. And, Mr. J just became a student. Welcome, Mr. J, to 1K a day. Thank you, brother. Woo! Guys say, Mr. J, welcome. Congrats. Ooh, yeah. We lived through stagflation under Carter and Reagan. Well, Reagan inherited the stagflation, and then the 80s were like, greed is good, which is not. Greed is not good. There is no such thing in the Bible as the 7 deadly sins, but if there were, greed would be one of them. I feel like a rooftop party. You gotta love it. It's only in Vegas where it's 12:24 on a Sunday. They got 50,000 watts of sound pumping out over East Fremont. Welcome to the 1%. It's okay to be a 1%er. Just be ethical and good to people with what you win and what you gain and what you have in life. But it's totally fine to be a 1%er in life. You just have to be nice about it and be good and be not a horrible, deplorable person. I guess this place is closed. We all scream, but they have screaming barriers up. So I suppose that that's not open anymore. Look at how much stuff on Fremont Street is closed after Tony Hsieh's will contested. We have this closed, that's closed. This one is maybe open later. I don't know for sure. But it certainly doesn't look like it. Huh. But then we got new stuff like this here. So I'm not trying to be just doom on this because this is a brand new place. Oh, man. Round 2 tickets are $285, but I would get home at 11:30 at night. It would ruin my next day. I get up at 5 every day. I'd love to go to that, but I don't want to get home at 11 at night. It's a major issue. See, but I never got the COVID shot. I never got COVID, never missed a day of work. Oh, that's good for you, bro. Dude, that's great. Good work on not getting sick. Some people have better immune systems than others. For sure. This place is closed too. Look at all the tags on there. Gross. Why do people gotta do that? Their daddy never gave them an attaboy enough. This at one point years ago, this was a 7-Eleven actually. I think it should still be a 7-Eleven, but it'll never be. There's a 7-Eleven down there that I wouldn't go to if you paid me enough money. Wouldn't do it. It's too dangerous. Is Social Security a scam? No, Social Security is not a scam. Well, I guess it really depends on what side of the equation you're on, right? Because I actually just did a video for my other channel on this about Social Security. There was a study by Gallup polling, and Gallup polling said that 67% of people in America are more afraid of running out of retirement money than they are of death. So they're afraid of running out of money before death than they are of death itself. Now, what happened was the government shifted Social Security funding around, and now there's this threshold that Social Security has to be funded by people who pay into it, and that runs out in I almost got killed because I'm not paying attention. That runs out in 2030, I think it is. I don't know. I'd have to go back to that video I did. And so, yeah, so it's a scam, I guess, if you could look at it like it's a scam if you're on the side of Social Security that is maybe not going to benefit from it and you're paying into it right now. That's one way of looking at it. But on the other side of things, there's some people that really rely on Social Security to fill gaps in their retirement, and some people that rely on it for their entire retirement. And by the way, if you rely on Social Security for your retirement and you have, I can't stress this enough. I don't sell some kind of thing where you're going to make money right away. 1K it is for students who have the ability to focus on a thing and practice a thing and get good at a thing. So run away from anybody that tells you, learn my course, you can change your life in 30 days. That's how I got into trading. That's not how it works. I will turn you down if you tell me you're living off your Social Security pension and you're broke. I'll give you your money back if you buy the course. I can't. So I just want to point that out, because some people are listening to me talk about this stuff and then they're thinking this is all the solution to their problems. No, supplemental income. You want me to go into the heart attack grill? No thanks. I don't like that place. I think it supports a problem we have in America with gluttony. I don't think it's a good thing to have around. It's fun, but there's legitimate. I think people have legitimately died after eating there, and I'm not in support of that. You're welcome, Disio. Watch that comment spam. YouTube will snap you up, and you won't even know it happened. Man, it's nice and warm. Oh, wow, it looked like you comment spammed on my app, but on this you didn't comment spam, so that's fine. My plan for Social Security was to expect nothing, so anything I get is a bonus. Well, there you go. Am I excited for Fernando Mendoza? I could care less. I don't watch football. Not really. The Raiders organization needs to, they need a colonic and a cleanse and a mindset change. And until they get all that, I don't know that they're going to be good, even with the best quarterback prospects. Like, I hope they're good because I want to see my friends who like the Raiders be happy, but I don't know that I believe in the people that are in the organization as much. Do I think boomers ruined? No. I don't think boomers ruined anything, dude. I don't think so, but, you know, I think there's always people who are victims who will be like, yeah, it's not my fault. It's that generation above me. They did everything to me. But when you point at somebody, there's 3 fingers pointing back at you, so you gotta watch. You know, it's easier to get therapy for yourself than the whole world. It costs a lot less. Wayne Dyer said that. Switch to comparing with lots of 80-year-olds working there. This is my
Everybody make some noise! Now everybody clap your hands. We're taking it to a higher level. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get dangerous. We're tall, sexy, rich, white guys.
You know, I never noticed this, but they almost made this look like the shape of the state of Nevada. Maybe it's on purpose, but if the sign went up further and then it come down, this would look just like Nevada. I don't think that's intentional, but it's just something that caught my eye just now. That's cool. See, like work security. Do you guys know what managed decline is? Anybody ever heard the term managed decline? I was having this conversation with the wife the other day. And I was like, you shouldn't have to justify things. Like, you shouldn't have to, when you're retired, if you choose not to work, that should be your choice. You shouldn't be forced to work a job and say, well, I'm going to get this job when I retire, because then you're not retired anymore. And that's called managed decline. That's where you accept things worse than they have to be because that's just the way you got used to them. Europe is, some parts of Europe are in managed decline right now. We don't want that over here because it's a mindset shift that brings people away from excellence to mediocrity to failure and puts them in failure. Now you're in learned helplessness, and you don't want that in life. And too many people live in her. I lived over here in learned helplessness. Then I had to get some awareness. And now I have the privilege of texting people I know saying, hey, I was just thinking about you. Is there anything I can do to help you this week? I did it yesterday. Why not? I don't ask them for anything. I don't want their money. How can I help you this week? That's all I'm curious about. But it's like, yeah, so you're like, this is excellence. This is mediocrity. This is learned helplessness. Pull yourself from here into here first, and then get to this side and live over here and fight for fight like you're fighting for oxygen once you're here, because you have to keep doing that once you're here, or else you slide here and then you end up there. I don't know what crash and get it over means. China and BRICS, although behind are the ascendancy, maybe. You love my message? Well, that's what I want for people to think about in their lives. Anybody can do it. Doesn't take much to be better than most people at whatever you're trying to do, because most people nowadays don't try very hard. But you think they do, because you're trying a little bit less. But you'd be amazed
of what you can accomplish with just a little bit of effort and some focused concentration, which we call work, every single day. Whether or not you're going to do it, that's up to you. Nobody else will make you do it or help you do it. Got an Amazon delivery for the job for this wicked person to pull weight. Feel blessed in my 3 nice pensions. Good for you, Michael. Beef and chicken adobo if you had to pick. Chicken. Oil is way overpriced. Oil is what the market thinks it is right now. Let's give a listen to the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. No, I'm sorry. I stay away from the Mormon stuff. Although they're good singers. What did I eat today? I ate 6 eggs with 3 or 4 tablespoons of butter this morning. Is the Golden Nugget where Steve Wynn started? No, yes, it's complicated. Steve Wynn started at the New Frontier. He was part of an ownership group that bought in with a gaming license. Then the ownership group was linked back to the Kansas City Mafia, so they had to dissolve the ownership group. Everybody got their investment back. Steve Wynn got into the alcohol distributorship business in Vegas. A guy named Perry Thomas, who then part of the Thomas and Mack Center at UNLV, the big arena after. He was a banker with the State of Nevada Bank or something. That's a bank that doesn't exist anymore. And he went to Steve and he said, you should get back into the casino business. So Steve got into the Golden Nugget, and that's where he kind of like changed everything. Like he built a hotel tower on the Golden Nugget. There wasn't one, for example. Booked Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton as the entertainment, made it a destination. That's where he got his start, technically. Trying to organize a 1-week boycott of big grocery stores in my state. That won't work. The guy that owns Encore and Wynn, no. Steve Wynn has nothing to do with those companies anymore. He was forced out of the gaming industry by the Nevada Gaming Commission. Yeah, buddy. Pool area is very nice. I agree. I would love to go in there, but the signal at Golden Nugget doesn't survive no matter who I'm on. I'm on Verizon or T-Mobile right now, and I'll switch over and it'll still be bad inside of Golden Nugget. Partially, it's the iPhone is to blame. Apple made a crappy phone for modems. iPhone 17 is a great phone. Look how good it looks. But the modem is terrible. They're doing victory laps. Apple, we got our own modems. It's going to be better for everybody, but it's not good for streamers. Should Vegas build homes for the homeless? So that's a very complicated question, because simply putting a homeless person in a home doesn't do anything for a lot of the homeless. Not all of the homeless, but a lot of the homeless. Not all the CEOs in Vegas are 80 to 90 years old. That's not true at all. Tillman Fertitta is not 80 to 90 years old, and he's the CEO of Landry's, which owns the Golden Nugget. Derek Stevens is not 80 to 90 years old, and he's the CEO of the group that owns Circa, the D, Las Vegas, and the Golden Gate. So, nope. And I'm pretty sure the CEO of the Seminole tribe that owns the Mirage is not 80 to 90 years old either. And also the CEO of the Wynn is not 80 to 90. You know what? Actually, there is no... I don't think there are any 80 to 90-year-old CEOs in Vegas, to be frank. So here's the thing about it. If you just build homes for the homeless, like people say that Elon Musk should give all of his money to solve homelessness, but you don't solve homelessness because homelessness is largely a mindset. Largely a mindset. There are different types of homelessness, okay? There are the government, state, local governments, they all classify people as homeless, temporary homeless. They have long-term homeless. They have different classifications, but
chronic homelessness is largely, unfortunately, a mindset. It's that learned helplessness I was telling you guys about that people get themselves into. So you give somebody, a homeless person, a home to live in, but you're not, are they going to work a job consistently? Do they have there's comorbidities, right? It's like HIV/AIDS, right? It's literally an immunosuppressing virus, which can be mitigated and managed, but you better not get pneumonia, because like getting pneumonia attacks your immune system in a way that HIV/AIDS attacks. You follow me? Okay, great. So now we're on the same page. Good. So then think about this for a minute, okay? Why are they homeless? Do they have substance abuse issues? That has to be solved. You can never solve substance abuse, but you have to get them into a program and teach them a sober, clean way of life so they can get that out of their system and have a different mindset. So you have to do that. Do they have mobility issues? A lot of homeless people missing a leg, they're in a wheelchair, whatever. You got to solve that. Like, there's so many other things you have to solve before you just build a house and say, here, homeless person, here's a house. Great. By the way, the air conditioning bill is $300 in the summer. Well, I don't have $300. Well, I guess you don't have air conditioning. And also the rent's totally free, but your gas bill in the winter is $150. I don't have $150. So what's the point? You have to solve everything around the problem in order to like really make an impact. Am I wearing my neon flashing hat? No, I don't wear tacky garbage. Haha. Go back to your chats. We had 2 more students. I got Mr. J again and Mr. J. That's so weird. I can't show you everything, but I can show you something. So I'm going to show you this. This is so funny today. Everybody that became a student off the stream. Unbelievable. Look at this. That's funny. Man, this is a popular course. You guys should get in it. So I can't really show you everything, because I don't want to share people's names and stuff, but it's going to be nearly impossible. Let me do something here. I have to go to here, then I have to go to there, then I have to go to there, then I have to go to here. So I get these emails that say just joined. And so look, everybody is a J today. Everybody who joined, you can see them there. Oh, I can't do it that way. What a weird day. Thank you guys so much for becoming my students. It's a popular course. You guys might want to get in it. So J, J, and J. J, J, and J. First letter is J, J, and J. Wow. I'm so blessed that I got 3 new students that are going to change their lives today. Do I just trade NQ? Currently, I've traded GC as well. ES is way too slow. I don't like it very much. YM is more stable. I tell people if they're having a trouble on NQ, try YM. Sociopath seems to be common among rich and powerful men. I don't know about that. J. Jonah Jameson. I just finished Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5. I hated the game. I thought it was garbage. I don't think it was very good. Do you think Travel Ruby is responsible for the Vegas YouTube boom? I think she does her thing she does her thing. Travel Ruby does her thing. I'm not commenting on other YouTubers, okay? I will never do it. I used to do it. I don't do it anymore. Nothing ever good comes out of it. So here's my opinion on Travel Ruby. I'm so happy for their success. They do a great job. Here's my opinion on Jacob. I'm so happy for his success. He does a great job. Pomsy, I'm so happy for him. You see the patterns? Patterns are simple. It's about the pattern. Does your course prepare someone to pass an exam or just an introduction? Hi, Willie. That's a great question. The quote-unquote exam, Willie, is just hitting a profit target with a prop firm if you decide to do it. The course is comprehensive, Willie. Like, really comprehensive. Like, how comprehensive is it? I'll show you how comprehensive it is right here. this is what the course covers, right? This is the entire thing. See? Introduction, 15 lessons. All videos, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Getting started, 12 videos. Okay? Trading view, troubleshooting, 4 videos. Building our edge, 23 videos. Right? Prop firm palette cleanser, 7 videos. Building a trading plan, 10 videos. Trade replays, 15 videos. Charting, 1 video. Student coaching sessions. I gotta add more of these. There's a lot more I gotta add today. Prop firms, 5 videos, 11 videos. Trading psychology, understanding the economy. You get all that for $199. It's a complete course. Shows you everything you would ever need. And I gotta see why it's worth $2,000, not $199. But people always tell me that $199 is what they can afford. And I'd rather help 1,000 more people than maybe get 10 people to pay the full price. I have a massive AI cluster that watches all of Steven's videos and predicts what the economy is about to do. I worked hard on the course, bro. It took me a long time. I'm actually proud of it. I've changed some lives. You can go on tour and do hotel bars near the airport and teach your course. No. I'd rather do one thing once, have an asset. I'm not going to teach at a community college. If you got nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. Sounds like Amanda from BH Housewives. Jordan Belfort. Oh man, Jordan Belfort's a great salesman, but he's not a great human being in my opinion. Never paid back any of his victims. Jordan. He's got his system, the straight line sales system with Jordan Belfort is great. If you can afford the straight line system and you're a salesperson, I highly recommend it. Although it's very expensive, I've done it. I paid for it. It's like a $3,000 course, but it's a great sales course. It'll teach you everything you use. And then he talks about being ethical, but he never paid back any of his victims, so he loses character. He loses character points, you know? Still a lot of older men walking around Las Vegas with 1970s Elvis haircuts and sideburns. Yeah, I agree. You definitely learned some things about day trading, however, success is up to you. I agree. My TDS is tingling. Good afternoon from Jason and Lena. Hello. Steven is Grant Cardone, a scam artist. Is Grant Cardone a scam artist? I don't have anything to say about Grant Cardone because he's a billionaire on paper, but Uncle Grant does old school sales. Not like okay, Grant Cardone is a sales guy, but a lot of you guys know him as a lot of you guys know Grant Cardone as a guy who talks about real estate deals and investments in Bitcoin and cryptos. But Grant Cardone at his base is an incredibly good salesperson, but he does very old sales tactics. So his sales tactics are very much hounding you and harassing you. But you should read the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. You should read his books. His books are very good, powerful life lessons and motivation. I think they are very excellent books that everybody should read. Now, I'm able to separate the man's business from the man's lessons. He has the 10X Rule. He has, what is that? I got to look up his books now and tell you guys. I've read every one of his books. I own them all on Audible. Now, some of you guys may not want to pay attention to Grant because he's a Scientologist, and that might rub you the wrong way. But he doesn't put that into his work. Let's type in Grant Cardone. If you're not first, you're last. That's the other one. Yeah. Look, I mean, this is my Audible account, okay? Like, I practice what I preach, dog. So we have the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone in your library. I never got The Mentor. That's a new book. Sell or Be Sold. I bought hardcover. I own the Millionaire booklet, although that's not a good Audible book. Be Obsessed or Be Average. That's in my library. Oh, it doesn't have, if you're not first, you're last. It's not on here. I guess if you're not first, you're last is not on Audible. Great books. The 10X Rule says that if you want to do a thing, you need to put 10X the amount of effort into it. And it's actually a way that salespeople don't approach their business. If you wanted to make $1 million selling a thing, you have to ask yourself, how many things do I have to sell to make $1 million? Maybe you sell something worth $100,000. You have to sell 10 of those things to make $1 million in sales revenue for yourself. That's your commissions. But then you have to ask yourself, you start at the top. How many phone calls or door knocks or website inquiries do I need to book the appointments? How many appointments do I have to book? How many presentations do I have to make? How many closes do I need to attempt? And then you take all those numbers and you multiply it by 10, because it's going to be much easier if you do 10x of everything. For example, how does Steven have time to do all the things he does every day? I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I trade with a friend of mine for 6:30 until 7:30. I meditate for 1 hour. I take 30 minutes to myself. I get on the computer and I research a video topic. I write a script. I record the first video for my channel that you guys don't have access to here, but my traders do. And I got to put a lesson up for that today, finally. I got to put a section in there for my finance channel that nobody here is allowed to see, but my traders can see. Doing 1K a day. I film, edit, post that video. Then I get on my Vegas video. I'm done usually by 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. Then I go shopping, or I cook. I do meal prep on Sundays. But my meal prep is just cook 6 pounds of beef. That's my meal prep for the whole week. I just eat beef and eggs all week. So that's what I do in my day. Steven, is the UFC of taking advantage? Is the UFC taking advantage of fighters? I know nothing about the business of the UFC. I can't say for sure. I like Rusty's questions. They're very controversial. It's rad. Good for you, Rusty. Thank you, bro. I wish you were on my stream every time. You'd ask me some good stuff that just a lot of people talking. Oh my gosh.
Bring it up, guys. Bring it up. Shoulder to shoulder, side
Oh,
by
yes,
side.
please.
Straight walk.
Oh.
Straight line.
Yes, please. I want. That's so cool.
Yes.
They can make anime versions of you too. This is
Here we go.
they scan you or they use your photo or
You
something.
guys are good.
Look at this.
You guys are definitely thick. I see you.
Wow, they're small.
Now we're
Okay.
gonna get right to the show. That was
Here it
just
is
the first
compared
show.
to my
Now,
hand.
ladies and gentlemen, listen up. We're
love it.
asking for a great and amazing crowd. The reason
There's some more. Wow. This dude looks like he's holding an invisible selfie stick. I like it. Look at this. Perfect gifts down here on Fremont Street. My goodness. Love it. Oh, they legit scan you with a 3D scanning thing, and then they sell your info to China. And then China makes a sex doll based on your likeness if you're a hot guy or gal. Probably that last part doesn't happen. I'm not sure. I don't know. You tell me. What about Spirit? I missed that shock. I gotta look at my comments. Somebody made a comment. Airlines get swallowed up. Watch who buys it. Stay away from fake showgirls. Just looking at the majority of these people, they don't need to worry about Social Security. They'll be gone. Turn to obesity. Oh my gosh, that's so mean. Is Tony Robbins a grifter, or is he just good at selling motivation? Tony Robbins is an excellent communicator. I want you guys to understand something. I'm not political. I'm going to give you two different names, okay? I don't go political anymore. I stopped doing that this year. No more. Well, my question for you is simple. What do Barack Obama and Donald Trump have in common? Okay, my next question is simple. What do Elon Musk, not Elon Musk, I won't pick him. Yeah, sure, why not? What do Elon Musk and Steve Jobs have in common? Okay, two people from business, two people from politics. What do they have in common, guys? Excellent communicators. Take a really complex thing that most people make complex, distill it down to one core message that you can understand. Say that message over and over again. Hope and change. Hope and change. Hope and change. Hope and change. Elected. Make America great again. Make America great again. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Don't you want it great again? Elected, right? Steve Jobs stood on stage 25 years ago. This was the most complicated thing on the planet. He said it's a phone, an iPod, and an internet communicator. And he said that 5 times in a row.
and everybody got it. They knew exactly what this was. Okay? Elon Musk said, we're going to Mars. Then he built rockets. So, Tony Robbins, excellent communicator, understands human psychology and conditioning on a scary level where he could be unethical. You have to be careful about these things. Does that make sense what I just said? I don't drink alcohol, no. I've been sober for, I don't know, 2 years plus 4 months. So I've been sober for 28 months. I don't use cannabis either. So I know people, you know, like, and then there's the charisma factor. That's very important. Obama, Trump, Jobs, and Musk, and Robbins, they all have a charisma. So here's what Tony Robbins did. If you don't know Tony Robbins, where have you been? Hiding under a rock? Tony Robbins took neuro-linguistic programming, a program that was created by, good golly, the name escapes me, but neuro-linguistic programming is something that's been around. John Grinder, not Grindr. That's an app for, I don't download that app, but I don't need to. Whatever, you do that, you do you. John Grinder invented neuro-linguistic programming. Tony Robbins met up with Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn passed away, one of the OG guys that did Herbalife, and then he was talking about his life story. Poor kid from Iowa, couldn't afford $20 for Girl Scout cookies, met up with a mentor, multi-level marketing, blah, 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 blah. Tony Robbins meets up with neuro-linguistic programming guy through a series of events. And then he distills the ideas back to such a simplistic thing that everybody could understand. Because if you type in neuro-linguistic programming methods right now and go to Google Images, you're going to see all these ridiculous drawings from the 1970s. But here's Tony Robbins at 10 at night on cable television, 2 in the morning on cable television, going, awaken the giant with his big booming voice, because he had that charisma, and he was able to take a complex thing and simplify it that everybody could understand and subscribe to. It's all about the messaging, right? Right. Anybody gonna subscribe off this? I am not your typical Vegas streamer. I do videos Monday through Friday on my main channel where we talk about complex things, how markets work, how economies work. We use this town as the case study because this is the most discretionary spending place in the world. We talk about everything. Subscribe if you're enjoying this chat with me. It would mean the world to me. It would tell YouTube that I'm doing a job that's good. You know what I'm saying, dog? Oh, we can't go that way. I'm trying to find a seat over here so I can buy some water from them. What do I think of Mickey Mays? I don't know who that is. I'm trying to find a seat where I'm not going to film everybody. It'll be right over here. Ooh. I'm a midnight toker. Oh, goodness gracious. Ooh. Let's go to the front camera and talk with you guys. I've been walking for a while. Hi. Can I get 2 bottles of water, please?
2 bottles of water?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I got my steps in today. Having a few financial management professionals attest to the course benefits might be helpful. I need to get it on Trustpilot.
Right, it's gonna be 6.
I need to get it on Trustpilot. The only thing that's preventing me from, or was preventing me from getting it on Trustpilot, sorry, I'm gonna straighten my camera out, is that I need to get, I needed to get a proper email address. So my course is 1kaday.diy. So I needed like contact at 1kaday.diy, which I can do. I just haven't had a chance because I'm also writing code for another product I'm offering for futures traders coming up soon. And then this week I had some weird non-sleep days. Thank you. I had some weird non-sleep days this week and it kind of set me back, and then anyways. So I'll tip what? I don't even know. Hold on.
we're paying to sit here because that's the right thing to do. And we got 2 bottles of Plaza water. Sometimes these guys will try. I'm gonna keep the pen. Sometimes these guys will try to give you the water for free, but I don't want to do that. I need to be the best version of me I can, and so you should always tip these people too, because they don't get a lot of tips. Tipping is not good right now. For anybody working in an industry that depends on tips, what's your experience? Tell me about how you're feeling about tips nowadays. Let me know. All right, now's the time we can just chat with you guys. I'm gonna look on my phone over here. Let's see here. Setting. Oh, okay, cool. All right, we got your comments. The bar's meant to buy a $39 take with you and keep walking. Never buy. Going to the casino bar. I don't know. Yeah, you could save money that way. Tony Robbins is an example of tall privilege. Weak people fall for it. Do you know Tony Robbins was so broke growing up? He had a stepfather that was abusive towards him. So you say he's got tall privilege, weak people fall for it. So I just want to, I'm not making any defenses for Tony Robbins. I'm just going to tell you a little tiny bit about his backstory, because I've done his programs and stuff like that. But he was poor growing up, and there was a program that randomly somebody would show up to your house and give you all the ingredients for Thanksgiving dinner. And one day that happened, and his abusive stepfather hated that so much that he flipped out and left and abandoned the family. Now Tony Robbins has a foundation that feeds millions of people every single year. But he wasn't rich. Like, he's tall because he has a pituitary gland tumor, and the pituitary gland is what secretes growth hormone, and it usually stops the pituitary gland when you're finished your teens, but his never stopped because he has a tumor that pushes on it. So he's just very tall. I don't know that it's tall privilege as much as he explains it that he thought he was going to die. Pituitary gland's in your brain. He had a doctor tell him, well, we think we should cut your brain open and do a surgery on your brain. And then he got a second opinion and found out that the tumor was benign, but it was why he was growing so much. So I don't know so much that it's tall privilege. I mean, but you can, whatever your take is on Tony, that's fine. You know? Do you? You think whatever you want to think. I'm just going to take the positives out of the people. Gas stations are asking for tips. I know, it's crazy. Weak people follow tall people as leaders. Why do you think I try to look like I'm in shape? It's unfortunate, but it's true. You have to be in shape. I wear the same shirt. I wish I could wear my contacts all the time. I'm not a candidate for LASIK surgery. Not because I have dry eyes, but because my prescription is always going to be worse every year. So I try to look a certain way. Men, if you think that there's... See, people make fun of women. Well, women, look at they spend 30 minutes getting ready in a day. You think men don't do this stuff? We do. At least some do. I know a couple of people with like 10, 20, 30 million dollar net worths. They're men, and they work really hard to look nice to the public. Here's even, for anybody that takes your course, any thoughts on doing one Q&A session, have that recorded, also thoughts of doing one-on-one mentorship sessions for a fee. No to the one-on-one mentorship sessions, because people have told me they want, I'll pay $100 for an hour. I'm like, no. The value exchange isn't there, and I don't want to give you the real price because you'll never pay it. You'll be offended by it. The Q&A session might be good. Maybe I could put up a Q&A in the course. That might be a good idea. I like that idea. How busy? Not busy. I saw USB prices at 7-Eleven. USB? Like as in USB ports? Tall privilege. I never... Well, there is. Yeah. Tall people, but that's the thing. That's baked into our human psyche. That's built into the human mind. When you're tall, you do better. You do. Hey, thank you so much. Omnificent Optics just became a subscriber on the channel. Welcome to the channel, brother man. Or sister lady. Contracts in the desert feel like cornflakes in my eyes. Tall privilege is a psychological... It's true. Everybody has to look a certain way. I've come a long way from my videos 5 years ago. I didn't know you were watching me 5 years ago. You'll rarely see a single 6'4" man. Steven, do you think Frontier Airlines will charge for bathrooms? No. There's a basic human rights. Legally they can't. But I think Frontier's prices are going to go up. I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow You know what? No, tomorrow will be the Spirit video. I know how bad Spirit Airlines bankruptcy is going to hurt the city. I can't tell you now, but subscribe and watch my regular upload tomorrow for that. We'll do the bankruptcy video on Tuesday. There was a bankruptcy on the Strip too. By the way, love your channel. Will says you come across as a very honest person, transparent, and I can tell that integrity. I lived my whole life in a familial situation where transparency was nothing. And I had a narcissistic parent, and everything was a web of lies. And it damaged me a lot. And I had to do a Jordan Peterson course called, what is that course called? He doesn't offer it anymore. This is when Jordan Peterson wasn't Mr. whatever he's become. He's morphed into some weird Christian, not Christian guy. But anyway, on self-auditing or something, I did this course he launched like 5 to 6 years ago. Lots of books, lots of reading, lots of studying, lots of meditation. Joe Dispenza meditate. It's been a long. And for the first time yesterday, I texted some people asking if they need any help in life without wanting anything in return. And I don't know why I never did that before, but that's because I grew up with a take-all mentality. Now I just want to give back because at the end of the day, I'm going to be on my deathbed. What am I going to say? I got it all. Look at my trophies. It's bull. Nobody likes that. Was Spirit that bad? Yes. They were that bad. In TJ Mexico, places charged to use the bathroom. Yeah, they do that in the Philippines too. Lots of developing countries do that. Restaurants near FIFA will have mandatory tipping. Probably a good idea because most of the world doesn't tip. The reason I started going to Vegas a few times a year because of the Spirit's low rates. I'm a single and just need a backpack. Perfect for me, and I can't get caught up in drama. Love it. They charge for bathrooms in Europe too. Flying on Spirit was horrible, like flying on a Waffle House. Rusty Shackelford. Would you ever visit? That got me. Would you ever do an IRL in Japan? Probably not. Japanese people are very calm and chill culture. They don't like streamers in Japan, and I would respect the local culture. You've had a plague of ignorant jerks over in Japan. Why contribute? What about a video of the property across from Mandalay Bay that just sold? I love you, Mark. Mark's my buddy. I text with him on iMessage. You're talking about those two big pillars that they built up, and it's not much of a video. They sold it. Finally, they sold it. They were building before the Link High Roller got built, there was another plan to build another Ferris wheel called the Skyview. And the business model around Skyview was similar to what Resorts World ended up pulling out of their hats, which was put a giant billboard on things by the airport and then sell advertising for millions of dollars a month. That's how we make our money. And it was a big observation wheel. And then the 2008-2009 crisis happened, and they lost their funding, and then they pulled out, and now it's been two giant concrete pillars. There's not much to talk about. It is what it is. Maybe I'll put that in a news update. I'm doing news updates. Don't forget Pearl Harbor. What about Pearl Harbor, man? Japan needed oil. They did that in a lot of places. They shouldn't have messed with us, because then that pulled us into the war. Let's see if we have any interesting comments. Tony Robbins' best advice: take action, do something, try something. Yeah, you got to do something. Contacts in the desert. Yeah, they're not great. I have to use re-wetting drops a lot for contact lenses. It's a special type of eye drop you use. Put a couple of drops in, it keeps moisture. Let's see here. Looking good, sir. Appreciate the raw information. But see, the problem with Tony Robbins now is that he's Mr. Financial Guru. And I mean, I don't know. I never really looked at that kind of stuff, you know? I like his older stuff. But then you look at it and you're like, you can find videos of Tony Robbins explaining how to sell people stuff. And that video is hard to look at because he's only like 18 or 17 years old. It's a very old video from the late 70s or early 80s. And when you see Tony Robbins in that regard, you realize that his whole thing of empowerment, personal power, it translates directly to sales. And that's a problem for some people because it's manipulation if you do it wrong. Thank you for the distraction today. Today's a rough day in my life. Oh, Kev, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Like, I'm not a hustle culture guy, but I do think that if you work hard enough, you can make something from nothing. I believe in the American dream. Most people have lost sight of it. Kev, I hope you're doing better, man. I'll say a prayer for you today when I do my prayer list, okay? I hope you come out of it. It's all right, man. You woke up today. You're up on some people. Kev, what I would do right now if I were you is I would turn off my video. Don't worry about me. Get a piece of paper. Put yourself in a calm state. Eat something 30 minutes after you eat something. Most people need carbs. Get some carbs in you, not sugar. Sit down 30 minutes after eating some carbs and drinking some water and write down everything in your life, Kev, today. Everything in your life today that you're grateful for, that you have in your life that could be, it could be your car, your dog, your cat, your kid, your sister, your mom, your dad, your spouse. It could be your job. It could be your stock portfolio. It could be your house. It could be your PlayStation. I don't care what it is. But a funny thing happens when you sit down and when you look at what's in front of you, what you're grateful for, is that you do a pattern disruption in your head. See, we can ruminate on things, but scientifically, if they put reading like sensors on your brain and they give you a sensation of fear or anger, that only lasts for 90 seconds. The problem is we have this uncanny way of bringing that back up to the surface. Imagine that your thoughts are like throwing an object onto quicksand, and the quicksand absorbs the thought, the object, and the object starts to sink through the quicksand. But then what you do is that object will never be seen again because it's going to go into the quicksand. You quickly reach down and you pull it back up and you drop it back on the quicksand. So now the same object's in front of you, and then it sinks into the quicksand, but you keep pulling it back and dropping it on the top. Pulling it back, dropping it on the top. So that's called rumination. Now you're ruminating in your thoughts that you don't want to have. But if you displace that, it gets buried with other stuff. So instead of seeing that crappy object on the quicksand, you start throwing other things on the quicksand. Then that's all you're thinking about, right? Then you're in another direction altogether. So that's how that works, right? That's what I think. The American dream, because you got to be asleep to believe it. I don't know. I like what Michael Scott said.
I'm making our batches.
The American dream, it's like the best thing about the American dream is you can wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. Anyways, futures markets are controlled by the algos. No, they're not. That's one of those things that people say when they lose trades. It's controlled by an algo. The reality of the futures markets is like this. I'll show you the reality of the futures markets. I'm going to show you how it works. Do you guys want to see? I'm going to give you guys advice. I'm going to give you guys so much value right now if you want to know how this all works. It's going to blow your mind. And be like, wow, Steven, you gave me so much value.
No, a sample.
I don't know what to tell you on the value you gave me. Let's go into NQ. All right. Now, they're controlled by things. I'm going to show you a day where I took this trade and I did really well. That's how I made $800 in like 1 minute. So take a look here, okay? This is my levels, right? So what keeps happening here is that companies are selling here. They know they're going to sell here before you know that they're going to sell here. They put in a sell order limit right there. They don't know when it's going to trigger, but when it does, they're going to short. Big companies worth billions of dollars are shorting right here. And then everything goes down for a little while. But there's on the opposite. There's a big company right here that decided that they were going to go super long right here. And it shot the price up right at that level. See? They sell to short the price down. Then they buy it here to get a better price and buy it up. So if you are in my course, for example, I'll show you how to make these levels happen. So you can say, well, market open. Hey, if it passes this level, because it did it 4 times before, I'm going to click the button, go long. And if it passes this level, I know it's going to go long again. Then you start all over and you draw some more levels. My next level I draw would be right here. See this level right here? See how it gets here again? I know that somebody's shorting the market right here. I know they shorted it here. They're going to short it here. Maybe they're going to short it here again. And if it doesn't go through and it's short, it's going to go up. That's how the markets are controlled. You understand? That's how futures markets are controlled. That's how they work. I just gave you $100,000 of advice. It took me 30 seconds. That's how the markets roll. Every time. Somebody is sitting there, they put it in an order, they knew they're going to sell $10 million right there. Boom, you're gone. And if you know where those lines are, you can avoid a lot of that. Not all of it. Nothing is certain. But you can avoid a lot of it, and you can capitalize on a lot of it. Nothing is certain in this. What I just showed you doesn't work 100% of the time. But damn near 80% of the time, you can be certain that these things are going to play out this way. Everyone's a genius in a bull market. You're not wrong. I remember when Trump got elected and it was a bull market for like 70 days in a row. There was people that couldn't pass a prop firm exam to save their life for 3 years. All of a sudden they're passing exams, getting payouts. Then the market shifts. And they don't know what to do because they're lulled into this false sense of reality that this is the way it's going to be forever. Anyway. Is that the S&P? No, that's the NASDAQ I just showed you. But the S&P 500 is going to look exactly the same. They run the same almost always. Horatio Alger was a myth. Well, Horatio Alger wrote a lot of the fairy tales. So we have Michael Moore talked about this in a book. That might be why you're saying that. Dude, Where's My Country? Michael Moore, the leftist documentarian and author. He wrote about... he's a leftist. I'm not criticizing him. I'm just telling you that's what he wrote about. And after the financial crisis, was the financial crisis? It was a dot-com boom. I don't remember, but he was writing about Horatio Alger syndrome. It's where they teach institutional investors, or they entice them to invest their money so they can prey on them and take them out, which is what's happening on that chart I just showed you. If you think they're not preying on you, they're preying on you. They have more money than you. They have more compute than you. They know exactly what they're doing before they're even going to do it. The difference is, do you know what you're doing? Oh, by the way, I'm so dumb. If you guys want to figure out, if you guys want to see how I drew those lines, you guys want to get into my course, go do it. I'm keeping the price low so everybody has a way to access it. 1K a day, you'll own it for life. I was showing you guys before. It is a huge course. Look at how many freaking modules. This is the entire course. It's like 100 plus different lessons. It's all very linear, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Some of the videos are 5 minutes long. Some of the videos are 4 minutes, 2 minutes. Some of the trading sessions are 20 minutes long. See? You get all this for $199 and you get to learn a skill that nobody can take from you. And you get to learn how, if you choose to do so, you might be able to capitalize on this stuff. So go click the button. Do a thing for yourself. So I should expect 20% of trades to be losers balanced by... I can't say that for sure. I don't know what your percentage is going to be. A lot of that's on your psychology. A lot of that's on your temperature. Where do you set your value? Where do you set your worth? I lived broke 40 freaking years. 43, 44. 44 years I lived broke. I lived like a pauper. It's incredibly hard for me to spend money. It's incredibly hard for me to stay in a winner on a chart. It's incredibly easy for me to go overboard and try to win my way out of a loss and blow an account. I'm still there. Everybody's got a different relationship with money. If you're a Rockefeller, I can say Rockefeller, it doesn't offend anybody. You were born that money is bountiful and plentiful and you'll always have it. So your approach to money is different than somebody who was born in Memphis, Tennessee, to a single mom who's trying to get her food stamps so she can feed the family, who has to tell her kid no on everything. You see what I mean? That's the barrier you have to bust through to do anything good in life. Coming to Vegas on Mother's Day, good for you. I don't know that I'm unusually bright. I don't know what my IQ is. I'm normal. Do I think gambling is immoral? No. The Jews gambled. The dreidel game was a gambling game. It's in the Bible. Everybody gambles. It's just immoral. Things are immoral when they get to rule your life. Alcohol's not immoral. The Bible speaks of drunkards, not of drinking. They drank wine back in the day because it was safer than water. Water could have all sorts of bacteria and chemicals 2,000 years ago. Wine was maybe 1 or 2% alcohol. It was fermented. had all the poisons cleared out of it. They drink wine more than they drink water back in the day, in a lot of cases. If you break down the value by how many hours of content you put in the course, it's truly a great value. I think so. We're coming to Vegas on May 30th. Very cool. I don't know that I'm usually bright. I don't know what my IQ is. I don't want to fancy a guess. Can you tell us a little bit about your paid membership? I'm not doing anything on paid memberships. I would get rid of paid memberships, but people do it in place of super chats, so they do like $1.99 a month or something. I don't post any exclusive content. YouTube makes it hard to do paid memberships. I already do 7 videos a week. Please wear a regular watch during the stream. It gives away too much. This watch gives away too much information? Here, it's 1:20 p.m. It's 14% humidity and it's 87 degrees in Vegas. How is 1K a day platform going to pay for itself without continuing stream of new students? That's why I keep promoting it. The reason I'm asking is, how do we unlock your exclusive videos? If I have any exclusive videos, click on the membership button and then it'll tell you what membership level you need. I think I had some in the past. I don't really do them anymore, my man. Tell me if futures is so easy and so profitable, and if you only need to do it for a few minutes a day, then why are you spending all this time making videos and live streaming every day? I love this comment. Tell me, Steven, if trading is so easy and so profitable, and you only need to do it a few minutes a day, then why are you spending all this time making videos and live streaming every day? Man, you know, when I was a kid, I drew Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Looney Tunes, Simpsons, mostly. That was the style back in the day. Abe Simpson put an onion on his belt. That was the style back in the day. I drew things. My mother would buy me a Bristol board. I don't think they call it Bristol board anymore. But that's a Canadian and a British term, maybe. I don't know. It comes from Bristol, England. I don't know. And I would draw. And then I started doing computer stuff. I was very blessed to go to school in Canada. My school had computer labs. I did Adobe Illustrator 1.0, Photoshop 3.0. And then my father bought me gave me an old camera back in the day. I was very depressed and he thought it would help me, give me a Pentax. And then I bought an Olympus, like they don't even make the memory card for this Olympus anymore. It's a little point and shoot digital. Anyways, I've always had a creative outlet, a thing I have to do. That's the first thing. So this is a creative outlet. The second thing is this. I also learned helplessness. And I lived a poverty mindset for a long time. And I learned to live without thinking about tomorrow. And I want to be able to help people. So if I can reach 1 or 2 people doing the videos, that's good. Not everybody's going to buy my course, but if you took one concept out of this and then you watched a video from Whiteboard Economics or something, maybe you learned futures or options trading from somebody, or maybe you learned a dollar cost average because you read The Richest Man in Babylon because I recommended it to you and I didn't sell it to you. It's a book on Amazon for $10. And then you started taking 10% and putting it into something. If you did all those things, and you should always invest with a professional advisor, by the way. That's the law. That's what I have to say. Then I did a good thing. The other thing is, only a mental midget has one form of income. Only a mental midget. Only a damn fool has one form of income. You have to have multiple sources of income. I recommend 8. I have 7 right now, but I'm bringing an 8th online. The other thing is this. Ryan Siran, do you know who he is? Ryan Siran. He's a real estate mogul. He was on $1 Million Listings New York, but he's a legitimate realtor. He was before the show, and he's still a legitimate realtor. He closes $30 million penthouses in New York. But he'll show up to the National Association of Realtors, and they'll pay him $50,000 to give a talk to those realtors. So should Ryan Siran, who makes multiple 7 figures a year, should he not get paid $40,000 for a 30-minute chat in front of a big crowd of people? Just things for you to think of. Things for you to think of. That's why I do what I do. I don't know what rain bed is. Why does Brad Pitt keep making movies even though he's a multimillionaire? That's a nice short way of saying what I just said. Anyways. Diversify your life, you diversify a portfolio. And you diversify your wife. No, don't diversify your wife. Have one wife that's a good woman. Support her, she'll support you. Look what happened during COVID, right? We had all these people that had one source of income. One. We had other people that had more than one. We had restaurants that were already set up for mobile. If you were going into COVID and you had put investments into mobile ordering and delivery, you were sitting pretty. If you didn't do that, you were caught in the downstream. So like, I can't think of there were some chains that didn't have that. Burger King was really bad for mobile orders. So install the McDonald's app, order your food, show up within a mile of the restaurant, they start making your food, you go through the drive-thru line, food's fresh and hot, seamless thing, you're fine, you're golden. Burger King lost money because they didn't diversify their business plan very much. You see what I mean? So some companies diversified, some didn't. If you have one source of income, you're shot, you're done, you're finished, it's all gone. Poof, vamoose. You know what I'm saying? Been in the market since 1977, started early, very good. Having a wife to start with, and you'll I don't know about that, Mark. That's your opinion, and I respect it. Yes, food court company filed for bankruptcy 2 weeks ago as some sort of strip in Mesquite casinos. Oh, that guy looks happy to me. He's got 2 cell phones. I have 2 cell phones. I just got 1K a day on this past Friday. I'm excited about this. All right, cool. Thank you, Always Show Love. I like your username. Anyways, that's a little bit about me and my mindset and what I'm trying to do and the mission that I'm on. If you guys want to go check out 1K a day, see if it's right for you, use code 53, get it while it's on sale. I got to increase the price. I've already showed you it's like 100 different modules I'm adding to it. We're doing a students only live stream this week. I'll email the entire student body. If you became my student today, like 4 or 5 of you did, make sure you didn't opt out of emails, because if you opt out of emails, you will never get my live stream notifications. Teachable will never send you stuff to sell you stuff. The platform I use is called Teachable. If you bought the course today or in the past, listen to me very carefully. You have to turn your emails on, because I will email the students from a dashboard. It'll go out to 1,300 people, and you won't know that I'm doing a live stream. You won't know that I did new content. You don't know that there's a new thing for you. So Teachable will never spam you. I will never spam you. They don't sell you to anybody, but it's my way to communicate with you quickly, okay? So turn on your email notifications. All right, so I love you guys. You guys are great. I gotta go and live my life today a little bit before I go and get back to work. I'll be working all day. Have a good one out there, guys. Go Knights, go. There you go. Hopefully Montreal doesn't break the heart of every Canadian out there. They played today, I think. All right, be good. Subscribe to my channel. We do videos 5 days a week. Some of those days we swap out a video for a live stream. We talk like this to you guys. You're great. I love you. I just want to leave you with something very important, okay? Don't let life get you down. If you have parasitic people near you, understand where their parasite might come from. Some of them mean well. Some of them don't mean well. You have to use your discernment to figure out which one is which. But you also have to limit your access to those people that want to bring you down. So if you tell people about your plans and they poo-poo all over your plans, they could be doing it because they want to protect you. They could be doing it because they want to hurt you. But find a group of people that will support you and that have done better than you. Get to know them, and you'll be surprised. Like in the book, The Millionaire Next Door, talks about getting to know wealthy people and finding out that millionaires go to charity events. Millionaires are Christians. They're Jews. They're practicing Muslims. They're religious people a lot of the time. They're good people. So get to know people who are in a better place than you. Be their friend, not because of what they can give you, but because you have genuine friendship. And most of them, you'd be surprised at how fast they reciprocate. All right, I love you guys. Just keep swimming. Peace out. Bye.